Welcome back to another week here on Spillin the Tea. I'm your host, Tanton Kaiser, and we'll be right back after this.
Want to lose weight but don't know where to start? The first step is simple. Get active. Take a stroll from your dorm down to the Fuzzy Duck for about a 1 mile round trip. You can take it a step further and start cooking some healthy food, but walk to IGA instead of driving to Kroger. That's about 1.5 miles. And when you want to reward yourself for making progress, a trip to the movies is a 3-mile round trip. Once walking gets too easy, you can always start jogging. Happy exercising!
Joining me today is Morehead State cheerleader Jacelyn Hall. How are you doing today, Jacelyn?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good. Jumping right into it, how long have you been a cheerleader here at Morehead State?
This will be my 3rd year cheering for Morehead.
Okay, and when it came to you graduating high school and picking a college, what made you think about small town Morehead State here?
Honestly, Morehead was not my first choice. If anything, Morehead was my last choice. I didn't want to go somewhere that was close to home, and for me, Morehead's only an hour away from home. I wanted to go to a big school. I wanted to cheer in college, obviously, so I wanted to go to a big game day school. But after looking at Morehead, they have one of the best, if not the best, cheerleading team in the country, so that kind of made my decision final with coming to Morehead.
Yes, yes. And then you also go to school full-time here, so how do you manage that, going to full-time class, then having practice and weights and things like that?
It's definitely a lot, especially because, we have practice 3 times a week, we have weights twice a week, and then you have school all the time. So it's definitely a time management type of thing that you have to kind of set for yourself, but it's not too bad like once you get into your own schedule.
Yeah, and then do your professors ever say anything, or are they a little more lenient if you're an athlete, or?
I don't think they have like a special leniency towards us or anything. I think they're like the same on us as they are other students. They do know that we have competitions and things, so we miss for those, but I don't think they're any more lenient on us than they are normal students.
Do you all have to miss a good amount of classes, or is one semester more filled with your cheer, anything like that?
We don't really miss class except for nationals, which is in January, so it's the spring semester, and that should be the only time that we miss. We're not really supposed to miss for anything at all.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we will be right back after this short break. Well, Jacelyn, thanks for sticking around. This year has definitely had its ups and downs with Corona and everything like that. I'm sure you're aware of. How has this affected your all's cheer season at all?
It's affected us tremendously. We would have had 2 work weeks in June and July, and we didn't get to have those at all. We barely even got to meet the team. We didn't know them throughout the summer. We had summer challenges, and I didn't even know half the new people. During practices right now, we have to be in pods of 8 or 10, and we're practicing outside on the soccer field. So we have to be split up in corners. Each pod has to be in corners or in the middle, but we have to be so far away from each other. And they're just now letting us start stunning together or doing pyramids, things like that. we can only be with 2 pods at a time, and you can only be in them for like 15 minutes. So it's definitely hard because right now we would be picking for mat and things like that, but that's definitely delayed us a lot, and we're not really sure about nationals and things like that.
Yeah. Do you think with Corona, do you think that affected any of the girls' decisions wanting to come to Moorhead or even wanting to cheer at all?
I definitely think it's affected a few. I think Corona, you're not getting as much learning experience as, say, I got when I was a freshman, when I was a rookie. I obviously had this long period of time to like learn and adapt to what all Moorhead cheer is about. And for them, it's kind of a slower process, and it's kind of a lot more like mentally, I think, because cheer is such a mental sport, for them to like understand and get to know the ways of Moorhead cheerleading.
Yeah. Okay, so last question here. We talked about your nationals coming up here at the end of the year, beginning of next year. Do you think that you all have a chance of still going? Do you see it happening with everything going on?
Right now, we've been told that nationals should be in April. We are pretty sure they're going to be virtual because the clinics that we would be bringing in, that we normally would have had every month, we aren't getting to do those because of Corona. So the money that we would bring in to help us get to nationals it's not there, as well as other colleges that would usually be doing that. So I think if we do have it, it'll definitely be virtual, and it'll probably be in April is what we've heard so far. So that kind of delays like our practices, because normally on winter break we would have 2-a-days until nationals happens, and we're not going to be able to get that because we'll be in class. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Alrighty, well, Jacelyn, thank you for joining us today. We will be right back after this.
Taking place at the Claypool Young Art Building, Morehead State University's Department of Art and Design is home to a number of programs and classes. You can take courses in painting, drawing, graphic design, history, photography, and more. You can even obtain a degree in art education or a Bachelor of Fine Arts. To find out more about the Department of Art and Design, you can call 606-783-2766 or email arde@moreheadstate.edu.
Well, that is all the time we have today, folks. Thank you all for sticking around, and make sure to join us next week on another special episode of Spillin the Tea. I'm your host, Tan Kaiser, and that is the tea.